5:30, 5:45, and then from there on the violence escalated.
Use the lifts.
BBC Radio 5 Live.
The voice of the UK.
Here we go.
What is happening around the UK?
Listen live, pause, rewind and discover with the BBC Sounds app.
We're sorry, but BBC Radio 5 Live is currently experiencing temporary technical difficulties. We hope to return to normal programming as soon as possible. We're sorry, but BBC Radio 5 Live is currently experiencing temporary technical difficulties. We hope to return to normal programming as soon as possible. We're sorry, but BBC Radio 5 Live is currently experiencing temporary technical difficulties. We hope to return to normal programming as soon as possible.
BBC Radio 5 Live.
I listen every day.
I trust the presenters.
There are lots of people calling us tonight.
Balls to Stokes, who hammers it.
The voice of the UK.
BBC Radio 5 Live.
sorry, but BBC Radio 5 Live is currently experiencing temporary technical difficulties. We hope to return to normal programming as soon as possible.
The voice of the UK. This is 5 Live.
You're live on Radio 5 Live.
A huge goal!
Hey, listen.
Listen live on digital, online, smart speaker, or the BBC Sounds app.
We're sorry, but BBC Radio 5 Live is currently experiencing temporary technical difficulties. We hope to return to normal programming as soon as possible.
So, very important guest I have with me right now, to my right-hand side. Ed O'Brien is here, guitarist from Radiohead. I was interested to read about your confidence, or lack of, right?
Yeah.
In order to become a solo artist, you had to overcome those barriers that you'd kind of set up for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think that comes from being outside of your comfort zone. And I think as an artist, as a musician, that's the place to be. But also what comes with that is, moments of being deeply unconfident. And I have to say that I don't think that's unique to me.
No, it's not.
and I think, the history of Radiohead is that almost every album that we made, there's been a moment when, we felt unconfident about what we were doing. And I think that's a very natural place of being out there, pushing your limits, covering new ground. So for me, part of the process it's different because I've gone from a guitarist and a member of a band to a solo artist and singing. So it's that move to being a singer.
Yes. How different a man are you emotionally to the man, say, in 1998?
Oh, I just saw Marianne Hobbs, music DJ.
Marianne Hobbs, yeah.
In the lobby here at Portland Place. I haven't seen her since probably 1999, back in the day when she was DJing on Radio 1 and stuff.
Yeah.
And we said it seems like 1,000 years, and it seems like another lifetime. And it does in so many ways, because when I look back at those days, A, the country's very different, the times that we're living through are very different, but B, I was a kid, we were essentially kids at the time.
But 98, you were
30,
and the biggest band in the world, weren't you? I mean, look, you'd had 93 Pablo Honey, 95 the Bends, 97 OK Computer, and then 98. Suddenly, you're having to deal with the fallout of this. And I say fallout advisedly, with all of these things, which are nice problems to have. It would seem from the outside, but they create their own tensions.
Well, you've got to be up for it. At that time, I don't think we were the biggest band. Oasis were the biggest band. There were bigger bands.
They weren't big in America.
No,
you
that's
were big
true.
in America.
We were big in America. That's true.
Which makes you
and all those bands, we were the only ones that really, really sort of did it in America at that time. But you've got to be up for it. And I don't think we were. Once we got to that level, I remember we went to see U2 play in Philadelphia on their pop tour in '97.
Extraordinary.
And we got to ride back.
Right, good morning, everyone. Sorry for the interruption. I'm actually just taking off my coat and my hat and my scarf here. We had a fire alarm here at Five Live headquarters, which meant we had to leave the studios immediately and we had to put on a tape, which is why you're hearing Nahal. And we weren't sure when we get back in, but Fliss and I have just legged it back up the stairs, which is why we're both slightly breathless.
Just a nice, calm, peaceful morning for my first out on breakfast.
Those strange old days today. We've just got 5 minutes left of the programme before we hand over to Nikki. So let's talk a bit about the Davis Cup. Disappointment for Great Britain's men, knocked out in the quarterfinals by Serbia.